Cheerful good morning, children. Today we are going to take the new lesson Source of Business Finance. First of all, we'll take introduction. Can we imagine any activity without money? Yes. Your answer is very correct that no. We cannot imagine any activity without money. So same way, we cannot imagine the business without money. So business need money, and today business is not done by a single person. It is done by the group of person of a one country or so many countries and governments together also. So we can understand the bus- business need the money on the huge scale. So that is called the business finance. So which finance we are investing in the business, that is business finance. Now question is coming that all these persons, governments, do they have their own funds for investment in the business? Answer is yes. They all have funds, but that is not sufficient on the large scale for business activity. So next question is coming from where they are getting such kind of finance. So answer is they are getting the finance by taking loan. Now next question is coming the loan, then from who is giving them loan? So loan is given by financial institutions just like bank. You all are aware of this thing. Bank as well as financial institutions are there and public also. Now next question is coming how the public. So in detail in the previous lesson we have learned how the company is formatted and public is investing in that in form of share, debenture and preference share. So that way, category is given the business finance, and all these are in the group their own funds means honest fund, as well as they are taking the loan. So that is called borrowed funds. So now we'll go to textbook page number 86 in which what is given that we have to write in our answers also. So now I hope the topic is very clear to you what is source of business finance. So the money invested in the business by owner, their own or taken the loan means borrowed funds together is called sources of business finance. Now we'll continuing our this lesson from introduction given page number 86. During industrial revolution in the field of science, technology, many inventions took place. Mechanism in the field of production resulted increase of size of business unit. For each function need arise for different specialized. For this reason, specialization in the business unit become essential and this resulted in the high proportion of production. This necessitated high capital investment in the business unit. This become impossible for one group of the people in the investment of capital and take risk. As a result, company form of the business organization came into exist and at the same time the source of business finance also came into the existence. Now next our topic is meaning of business finance. According to accounting viewpoint of the term capital has a narrow meaning. From the accounting viewpoint, capital means the amount of cash, assets, goods invested in the business, but in commerce, the word capital has a wider meaning. The capital includes the amount invested by the owners in the business only, while and borrowed funds from different financial sources. Thus, the broad meaning of capital means funds raised to satisfy the various financial requirements of the business. Now, next, our topic of the lesson is needs of business finance. The capital requirement of the most important to carry the each activity of the business effectively. For establishing business, the various expenses are to be incurred to establish the business unit. Capital is required to meet expenditure like conducting primary and extensive research to prepare documents like certificate of registration, fees of experts in the field of law, registration fees, etc. Next need is for purpose of fixed assets. The long-term investment made for the assets of the business unit is called fixed assets. In accounts, you must have heard the land and building, furnitures, plant and machinery. All these are the example of fixed assets. In this type of assets, frequently change is not possible. Long-term finance, large proportion is needed for acquiring fixed assets. Next, necessity is current assets. Working capital. The current asset is called in accounts, while commerce it is called working capital. Working capital required to carry out the daily activities smoothly in the business. Working capital needed for the purchase of raw material, to pay the salary and wages, to make the payment for services, assiding trade, and to invest in the stock of finished goods. Next is for expansion of the business. Expansion as well as modernization of business. The business finance required. Capital is required in the large proportion due to new invention. For modernization, expansion, and to adopt the new production technology in the business. And the last category is accidental requirement. There are many internal and external factors which affect the business unit, due to which requirement of capital arise to meet the factors like employees strike, change in the government policy, trade cycle, natural disaster. So this such kind of accidental cases business need finance. Now from the need of business finance, we can understood the importance that business we cannot imagine without finance. So business finance is treated as a blood circulated in the business. How the blood is important in our body. Same way, rotation of blood is necessary. So same way, the finance should be rotated in the business in form of working capital and fixed capital. Now we'll see the next topic, importance of business finance in business firm. The finance is a such an axis around which the financial activities rotate. The capital can be compared with the human blood. The importance of blood in the human body is almost equal to the importance of capital in business unit. To run all the activities business on time, a proper financial system is inevitable. Without capital, transition of the business unit is impossible. Amount of finance is limited. Alternative uses are many. Therefore, the use of funds should be done optimally. Now, here the last statement is given. The finance is limited and alternative uses. The finance we can use for working capital, for fixed capital, or for both. How much proportion? That decisions are very important to use the funds optimally. Next is due to unavailability, non-availability of sufficient funds, the business has to face many difficulties. Credit worthiness of the business unit is affected. If there is a delay in the making payment to the creditors, sometime the firm has to ignore the opportunities of high profit investments, overlook the advantage of cash discount, face difficulties in the timely purchase of raw material, etc. Now we can see the classification of funds. First is honest fund. Honest fund, there is a three-way. First, equity shares, second, preference share, and third is retained profit or flogging back of profit. Now, first, equity shares. Equity shares means ordinary equity shares. As the name is equity, equally divided denominators of capital is called equity share capital. They are true owners of the business and easily they can purchase and sell in the from market also the company's share. That's why small investor can also invest, but risk factor is more in ordinary equity shares. If profit is there, then only you will get the return in form of dividend. Otherwise, you are not going to get the return as a dividend. Same way, sweat equity share. Sweat equity share is a ordinary type of equity shares which are given to the promoters of business or special service rendered persons without taking in exchange of share money, means other than cash the shares are issued. For example, in the previous lesson we have learned about the company formation. In that we have learned that if 90% company is not able to get the subscription, then company cannot open their business. So company is doing the contracts with financial institutions, banks, underwriters. So to them, against their remuneration or commission, the company is giving them shares. So that is called sweat equity. Same way, promoter of the business, CA, lawyer, who all are rendering their special service to the firm to start a company, it is called as sweat equity. And the last one is other equity shares. When a running business purchased by a company, that time to purchase the assets, instead of giving them cash, the company is giving them the shares. So that is called other equity shares. Actually, equity shares are all one category only. It is the three cases given. Generally, it is given to public, then it is called ordinary equity shares. When it is given to the promoters or service render persons, then it is called sweat equity. And if any other reason other than sweat equity or public against cash, any other reason if it is given without cash, then it is called other equity shares. Next is preference share. Now by reading textbook page number 88, it is given in detail the characteristics of and meaning of equity shares. Easily you can understand. Now next is preference share, which is given page number 89. The share is having right first for receiving dividend, then equity shares, and as well as at the time of liquidation of the company, the shareholder have a right to get their repayment of capital. Such shares are called preference shares. Preference shares. So from this meaning we understood the 2 points. The dividend is given to them, that is before equity shares, as well as at the time of liquidation they have right to get the capital refund before equity shares. Now next question is coming. As equity shareholders, they have right in decision, the voting. Do the preference shareholders have right? So answer is no. They don't have right for voting. But other than voting, remaining things, proportion of risk, repayment of capital, and market price, everything is similar just like equity shares. In detail, it is given your textbook page number 89. By referring easily, you can understand. If any doubt, you can send me the message. And afterwards, page number 89, it is given difference between equity shares and preference shares. This you have to read thoroughly after reading these two topics. And your homework is write the meaning of finance. Question number 1. Question number 2. Write the need of business finance. Question number 3. Write the importance of business finance. Question number 4. Write the types of ordinary share or equity shares. Then next question. Explain in short the types of equity share and state only its characteristics. Then fifth question. What is preference share? State the characteristics. And sixth question, write the difference between equity share and preference share. So here we are stopping our topic. Next video will take our next source of business, flogging back of profit. Till that, bye all of you. Take care of yourself.